Hi, how you doing? This is part 6. Okay, we're going to start getting into how the wealthy do things, and these are some things that I've learned. I'm happy to pass on to you. Again, I want to encourage you to click the link below this video, though. This is going to share with you IML, Our Markets Live, which is a way of investing and multiplying your money. We're going to kind of get into that today. So again, I'm going to try and keep this to about sort of 10 minutes. So I know everybody says they're short of time, so I'm going to try and keep this brief. So let's have a look. Let's share screen. Okay. So how do the wealthy do it? We've talked about mindset, and we've talked about systems. And if you follow things that work, then you're going to get a result. Systems work, people fail. So I don't know what wealth means to you. If you think about, what having money would do for you, the sort of food you'd eat, the car you drive, the house you'd live in. Wealth means something to you. This is how you do it. So if you haven't read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, I suggest you do. Very good book. And also his follow-up, The Cash Flow Quadrant. Now, I'm not going to linger on this, but suffice to say, most people start off as an employee. They work for somebody else. You have no leverage on your time. It's about where 5% of the wealth is. But if you look down below in that section, 95% of the population are either an employee or self-employed. So somebody is good at baking cakes, they open a little cake shop. Somebody becomes an accountant rather than work for a firm, they go self-employed as an accountant. And you can see there, basically, they own a job. So the accountant kind of gets fed up of just owning a job and having to report to clients and be there at certain places. So he starts his own accountancy firm. He starts a business and he gets other accountants working for them. Now that's better because you get some leverage now, okay? But you still have to manage the people and sickness and holidays and human resources and tribunals if they come up and stuff like that, depending on the size of your business, and pay tax and all that good stuff. But it is a lot better. And then the sweet spot, if you like, is where you're an investor, because you've got total leverage and you're making your money work for you. And if you see the figures there, 95% of the wealth is on that right-hand side, business owners and investors. But it's only 5% of the population. Your income does not depend on active work. And this is what we want for you guys. This is where we want you to be. So Warren Buffett, who I don't think he is the richest man in the world anymore, but I wouldn't mind having what he's got. He's well up there. He says, made my first investment at age 11. I was wasting my life up until then. So investing is obviously what the wealthy do, guys. Make your money work for you. So do you remember I promised in this series I was going to show you how to turn $100 into over $95,000 without having to sell anything, without having to refer. Sounds too good to be true, right? And you keep control of your own money at all times. You don't have to give it to one of these kind of high-yield investment programs that if you click so many ads a day, they'll boost your money for you, okay? So I'm going to show you this. It's maths, it's science, so don't yawn, okay? It's very easy. But please remember, because we're going to talk about 6 years here, but this is plan B. So, I don't know what you started 6 years ago that has made you $95,000. Okay, probably nothing, I'm guessing. But this is still plan B. This is still the slow way, okay? But it's a safe and steady way. So you put your $100 in, and you can see there, starting amount $100. At the end of 12 months, if you grow that by 10% a month, so every month you're going to get 10% growth, and you can see the total amounts there. 100 times 10% is $10, so you end up with $110, and you take home 110. And then the next month, though, you're starting with 110, not 100, so your 10% is $11, or pounds or euros. I use dollars because it tends to be the currency of the web. But it can be any currency you want. So your 10% then is $11, so you end up with 121 and so on. So at the end of the year, you've turned $100 into $313, which I think is pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Let's skip forward to year 3. If you keep going, just 10% growth. Okay, well, at the end of 3 years, you've turned your $100 into $3,091. So do you understand what's happening here? It was Albert Einstein Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. But hopefully now you're starting to get an understanding of what compound interest can do for you. And if we cut to the chase, at the end of year 6, getting your 10% a month, you end up with 95,559. Okay, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, and of course you can carry that on and on and on. You know, I don't know what your pension scheme's like, but this will outperform any pension scheme. So why don't people do it? Well, people don't know you could do it. Well, you're one of the few now that do know. Okay, they maybe don't have patience, and that's why I talk about mindset and NLP. They get greedy and they try and go for a lot more than 10%, and that can mean, because you can lose trades as well as win. So to try and get more money when they see it working, you know, they take some trades maybe that they shouldn't, and they risk too much, and they don't know how. Okay, so you didn't know you could, and they don't know how. Well, I'm going to share with you how. Before I do, imagine if you start with $1,000. Okay, at the end of year 6, you end up with 955,593. So you're getting close to the million if you started with $1,000. Okay, you don't have to start with $1,000. I'm just doing this for, you know, illustration purposes. But just to show you, you know, if you can pump more money in every month and build your account up faster, you get to the bigger numbers a lot quicker. So why don't people do it? Systems work, people fail. It's that simple. Remember, you probably get tired of me saying that. So 6 years seems like a long way off. Like I've already said, you know, are you planning on being alive in 6 years? And what did you start 6 years ago that made you that kind of money? Nothing, I'm guessing. 10% a month is actually conservative. There's several ways we've got that you can make money with what we do to get that 10% growth. Also, I don't want to make any bold income claims either, you see, but also don't forget, you know, if you didn't come out with 95,000, if you came out with 85,000, would that be okay? You know, if you came out with 70,000, would that be fine? If you did better and you came out with 120,000, would that be all right? It allows for you to have some really good months and really bad months. So the average is 10%. You know, you might find some months don't work as well as others. You might find some months go way better than others. Okay, and remember, it's Plan B. We're going to come on to Plan A. We're going to come on to that to make money quicker soon. So the how is a company called iMarkets Live, and they trade Forex, okay? Or rather you trade Forex, and they give you the tools and the education you need to be able to do Forex yourself. So it's basically one currency traded for another. There's 5.3 trillion traded every single day. Imagine that, 5.3 trillion traded every single day. You can do it from your phone. You can do it 24 hours a day, 5 days a week where the markets are open. That's actually wrong now, because now we do cryptocurrencies as well, and you can trade 7 days a week. Okay, you can be flexible with your trade sizes, you know, and so on and so on. It's a fantastic way, and it's the most level playing field there is. It doesn't rely on charisma, sales skills, doesn't rely on your marketing ability. The market is the same market for you, for the President of the United States, for, you know, the homeless guy on the street. Everybody has the same market. There is nothing different depending on whether you've got more money to start with or less money to start with. The actual trades are all the same. Doesn't matter what your background is, anybody can do it. No selling, no recruiting. So the shortcut, and you know, the quick tip symbol is up there, is iMarkets Live. Okay, start creating the result you want, design your lifestyle. Now what I want you to do, I'm going to finish there today because I keep these short. We'll carry on tomorrow, but what I want you to do is click the link below this video, okay, and check out iMarkets Live for yourself. In fact, at the time we're recording this, we're running a boot camp that's going to be running again and again and again. So I'm going to put the boot camp page, and that you'll see some testimonials from people that are doing it, show you some proof that it's working. I want you to check it out. I want you to see for yourself how, you know, how good it is, okay? And then we'll catch up again tomorrow with the next video. So I hope you found that useful. Let me stop the screen share. I hope you found that interesting, what the wealthy do. And now there's a way that you and I can do it, okay, with trading Forex. Not as scary as it sounds, as you'll find as we carry on through this little course on what made me. Remember, guys, I'm only sharing what I do. This is what's worked for me. This is what I'm doing. So if you want to do it, I can help you do what I do. I can help you. I doubled my money in 20 days doing this. Okay, so I will see you on the next video. Have an awesome day. Click the link below. Thanks.